This was the most effective weapon for dismantling the flight alibi. Forensic analysis of the cell phones of the three involved, Rosa, Albert, and Pedro, was crucial. Data from cell phone towers showed that Albert Lopez's phone was activated near Rosa's house in Vilanova, Geltrú, during the early morning of May 2, the estimated time of the crime, despite Albert having denied being there. Even more revealing was the coordinated movement of the phones. Between 4 o'clock and 7 o'clock in the morning, the phones of Rosa and Albert, and that of the victim already in the killer's possession, moved synchronously from Vilanova, Geltrú, to the Foix reservoir area. This joint travel pattern proved that both were together, carrying out the transfer and burning of Pedro's car and body. It was not a casual encounter or the coerced assistance that Rosa alleged, but a perfectly planned criminal logistics operation. Although the results were difficult to interpret due to chemical cleaning, there were indications of Pedro's biological remains found in the trunk of Rosa's vehicle, an indication that the body might have been placed there before being transferred to the Gulf and burned. The most damning evidence, however, came from neighbor reports. This was the definitive proof of manipulation and the attempt at cover-up. Finally, the fourth pillar was based on the motive, jealousy and money. The prosecution argued that the murder was not an accident, but the extreme solution to an emotional and logistical problem. Pedro was an obstacle to the continuity of the toxic and mutually beneficial relationship between Rosa and Albert. But the solidity of the scientific evidence and the geolocation which demonstrated joint action meant that their mutual accusations, far from exculpating them, served only to confirm both their participation in the crime. The case was no longer about who pulled the trigger, but about the irrefutable fact that both were present and acted to erase Pedro Rodriguez from the face of the earth.